So my trading journey has been a roller coaster. To be honest, it has been a roller coaster. So I just decided to make this video to speak to my future self, the self that I claim to be today. So today it's the 15th of August 2025, and I'm in this roller coaster whereby I'm changing my mindset from what it used to be to a mindset of a consistent, profitable trader, of a strictly disciplined trader. Mm. The thing that makes it hard for me is what I've learned. Now I actually have to relearn. You hear me? So I've learned in trading. When I first came into trading, all I would do is just look at the charts and trade whatever pattern that I see. If I saw a pattern, flag pattern, or head and shoulder pattern, I used to say to myself, or used to think, now is the right time for me to execute. Let me execute. Sometimes if I'd see a green candle buying, I'd buy. So I did that for a lot of years, to a point whereby I started understanding the concept of trading as a consistent trader. Doesn't require for someone to always be there or present in the market. It only requires me to actually be there only when a certain specific setup which I've tested works. That's the only time I am expected to only execute a trade. And that's not every day, because my setup might not even happen or show up for the entire week. So do I actually have the patience to wait for that long? I do. Before I entered into trading, I think I wasn't a patient person, right? But everyone has that thing inside them. If you don't have patience now, trust me, it's like the law of polarity states that everything has its own opposite. So if you are a disciplined trader, you have this undisciplined part also of you equal to the disciplined part that you also have currently. So my thing is, as I've been trading as a trader in the beginning stages with a mindset of not understanding the actual concept that will make me money in trading, I was a gambler. Now I'm actually in a stage whereby I'm 5 years into trading. Now I'm actually battling the scars that I've caused myself, the pain of losing, the revenge of actually not accepting the risk I took initially, the the fear of missing out, because I know I have to actually wait longer. Now my neurons are actually now supposed to rewire for me to actually start becoming a consistent, profitable trader that I came to be today. At this moment, I know that I am, but it's so hard. It's so hard. At some point, I would think that if I had a mentor, in fact, I'm thinking about this now, that if I had a mentor, my journey would actually be shortened. I wouldn't be trading for 5 years straight without seeing results. Probably 3 years could be enough for me, maximum. 2 years could be maximum for me, because I had the hunger. Like, I had the hunger. I would look at my phone while I was eating. I would look at my phone when I was going to bed. I would talk about trading. This thing was always in my mind. I would imagine where I'd be when I'm starting to make money in trading. I'd imagine myself in a beautiful car, all these things, all this lifestyle as in my head, not understanding the process that I'd actually have to apply to become that person. So I was actually damaging myself, building habits that were not actually or necessarily for trading or built for trading. So now I'm in a stage whereby I have to become a new person, totally become the opposite of who I was. And I'm battling with those scars or those habits that I used to have now. It's like a person who was a smoker for 10 years. right? Or for me, let's say 5 years trading, smoker for 5 years. Now they have to actually quit smoking. This thing is now in their blood at some point, right? For me, it's not the blood thing, but it's a neuron thing. Even a person who's addicted to something, the reason why you feel the craving of that thing is the neurons are now wired a certain way. And if you try to rewire them, they make you feel uncomfortable. You don't feel like, you don't feel okay, you don't feel comfortable, you don't feel normal. There's this itch that you need to do something, you need to go smoke. For me, there's this itch that I have to look at the charts, I have to execute a trade, I have to analyze. But for analyzing wise, I've went past that. It's no more that intense anymore. What's currently intense for me is actually being in a position and actually not looking at the position until the scheduled time according to my trading rules or plan, that I have to go now and actually manage my trade at this certain time after executing. So there must be a schedule and a system that makes you profitable as a trader. So now I do have that system. Now the thing that I'm battling with is knowing that I'm in a trade. Now I have to follow the schedule. Following the schedule is not something that I'm used to. I'm just used to freestyling, coming into the charts, knowing that when I'm in the charts, I need to execute. That's how I was. Not now. Now I'm no more that way. I do trade in a specific time as my rules and stuff like that. But there's certain things where I'm in a position where I feel uncomfortable, super uncomfortable. And those things I actually have to deal with them. But I know for a fact, I was talking to my friend yesterday, and I told him that me and him I also admire his hunger. He's hungry too with this trading. This trading thing, when it has you, it has you. It's like a maze. When you deep, you it's like when you look back, it seems like there's no way you go out, because you're like 50-50 in the middle. And when you go out, it's still gonna confuse you because you don't really remember, because it's a maze. And it's like, how do I go back? And also the knowledge that you learn through the way while you are trading is okay. Me, the knowledge I had to learn that certain things, I had to learn how the system works, actually, like how people go to work, how people feel enslaved, but they're not conscious or aware about that situation. And I saw trading as an escape. Now I have to go back. Now I know that if I do quit, I'll be, there's only one life that awaits me, which is going in the red race, as it said, in the red race, going back to the matrix in the system. So I can't unsee or can't unknow what I know now. It's actually hard. It's like someone saying, I accept being a zombie. There's no way I can.